Hello, I'm Jessica Ballantyne. I've launched my Kickstarter. It's called Animal in You, and it's all about turning ink blots into paintings. And I've got with me Kevin, and he's kindly agreed to have a chat with me. Kevin, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Kevin. I love art in many different forms. I'm a musician myself, and I'm a massive fan of Jessica's work.
Yay! Awesome. So Kevin is a participant of the project, and he has backed the photo collage reward, which I'm really excited about because it's actually one of my favorite parts of the Animal in You process. So it starts with an ink blot, which is just done on raw canvas. This isn't your one, by the way. This is just one I had. Mm-hmm. So it starts on raw canvas. And then depending on what you see, depends on how it will evolve. So I've shown Kevin an ink blot, which I'll show you in a sec. And I've asked him to tell me what he's seen in the ink blot. And he's given me a really beautiful description. Okay, well, without further ado, so Kevin hasn't actually seen the artwork yet. So it's a digital collage, and so it's made in Photoshop. Okay, so this was your ink blot, and do you want to just talk us through briefly what you saw?
Yeah, straight away, the top layer, the darkest color, black. I want to say black. I saw Nikola Tesla straight away.
That's really cool.
I think maybe the amount of memes I see, but I just think he's an incredible person, and that's exactly who I saw. And underneath him is a skull in the central part going down the center. That I just saw a skull, like maybe his. And then I saw a death's head hawk moth as well in the pattern, which I know is like very, very popular, very symbolic. Underneath that was a manta ray on a bearskin rug.
Ooh.
And that's the lighter colors where it stretches out at the top was the bearskin.
Oh. Did it take you a long time to see something?
The Nikola the Tesla image was instant.
Oh, interesting.
That's all I could see, and I couldn't change my mind. I tried to. I thought of the devil, because it's got the darker textures have got a very mischievous, like two eyes in the center that branch out to the ears, and then it's also got like a ox type head at the bottom, which could be perceived as demonic.
Yeah,
I don't know what that says about me, but I like to have a light-hearted person.
Yeah, no, it's very goat-like actually. Now that you mention it, yeah. Is there any do you feel like an affinity towards Tesla as a person?
I think he was a very kind, open person that wanted to share his knowledge, and his inventions with everybody for the greater good. And I think that can only be commendable.
For sure, for sure. He's got such a nice face as well. Okay, so I'm going to reveal it now.
Drum roll.
So that's the color one.
Fantastic.
And then you've got
even the chosen colors are very natural. I really like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to make them too, because it felt like quite a soft one, and then you mentioned like the fur and the bone and that kind of texture. So
yeah, that's the feeling I get, kind of as aesthetics, like skin, fur, and it kind of covers us and keeps us all intact and protected and in many different forms.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Just brilliant. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Do you want to see the black and white one?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I've kind of messed around with you probably can't see it, can you?
Yeah, it has changed now.
Oh, it has. Is it black and white?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so I
Oh
kind
man, it's
of,
the change in color. It's so different, isn't it?
yeah,
Amazing,
completely different. Yeah, it's quite strange. Um,
brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I find that for some reason the black and white one makes the center of the hawk moth stand out a bit more. It's quite weird.
Yeah, I prefer the black and white if I'm honest.
Oh, really? Mm.
Color, like sometimes color can be quite distracting from the detail.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's why I like the black and white as well, because it leaves more kind of room for interpretation as well.
And your eyes just kind of float around and see different parts rather than being guided to specific areas.
Mm. I mean, with
Oh,
the
it's
color one,
fantastic,
I
Jess.
could. Oh, thanks, man. I'm so glad. I'm relieved and very glad that you like it. If you had to kind of name this, like if you could name your painting, like what would you, or your print rather, your collage, what would you call it?
What an excellent question. Skin.
Skin.
Mm,
I like
I
it.
think so. It's just how we're designed to be covered.
Mm.
And it says so much, like with the hawk moth, with Tesla and his fantastic hair, the bearskin rug, brilliant. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to say,
Whichever way they see it, I love it personally, and that's all that matters. It's
oh,
brilliant.
crap. So do you think you'll go with the black and white?
Absolutely, yes, please.
Okay, interesting.
And it's lovely for that option, to be honest. That's a really, really cool feature to have that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, it's just a matter of kind of adjusting it, and Bob's your uncle.
That is honestly but that's so kind of cool, inspiring, and thoughtful. It really is neat.
Do you want to hear the animal archetypal symbolism of the animals that you saw?
Of course, yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on the moth because, well, firstly, it's in my book of animal spirit guides.
And it's my last name.
And it's your last name, and that is like, whoa.
We did not plan that. That's brilliant.
No, no, that cannot be planned. Okay, so Kevin Moth saw a death's head hawk moth, which I love. So it says, if moth shows up, it means a letter, email, or package will be coming shortly, bringing important news.
Ooh.
Trust your sense of smell and avoid anything that smells bad. So I'm guessing that means like spiritually as well. So any kind of bad kind of vibes.
People's aura, yeah.
Yeah. It says, whatever has been hidden or veiled is about to be revealed.
Wow.
If you're
Watch this
single,
space.
if you're single, focus your intention of attracting a romantic partner, and once you do, trust your senses as to whether or not it's a good match. Are you single?
I am, and I'm listening intently, thinking, get outside of my head,
Well, that's always a good thing to do, right? Let's see. Call on moth when you're involved in a creative project that you need to be very discreet or even secretive about. When there's an increase in your level of activity, such that you find yourself flitting from one thing to another. You're in a cloud of confusion and need something, you need somehow to clear things up. Or if you're involved in a conflict or you're feeling attacked and you want to defend yourself with discretion and stealth. So that's when you can call on your moth spirit guide.
I mean, is that me or like literally a moth? Because you're kind of describing me as well. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
It's kind of wonderfully freaky, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. So then it says, if moth is your power animal, You keep your creative ideas and projects to yourself until they're completed. You can be rather fickle, flitting from one idea or relationship to another. You do your best work after the sun has set and tend to be wide awake long past when others have gone to sleep. You're a very kinesthetic and sensual lover, enjoying the aromas and affection of lovemaking as much as any other aspects. That's nice.
Wow. Man, this is so neat. This is so interesting.
Moths are cool. I haven't actually, it's the first time I've read about the moth spirit guide, so that's quite cool. So this book is actually called Animal Spirit Guides, and it's by Stephen D. Farmer, if anyone's interested. It's really cool. It's got loads of animals. Oh, no. So it says manta rays are sensitive to the flow of energy and can help you be more efficient at tapping into the flow and dancing with it. They can show you how to notice the nuances of energetic currents and adjust accordingly so you don't waste your energy. Manta rays are birds of the sea as they gracefully glide through the water near the surface, as well as skirt right over the sandy bottom. They teach you to navigate the different depths of your emotional waters with grace. They are excellent at directing abundance to themselves as they swim with their mouths wide open, reminding you to go out into the world with your heart wide open.
Oh, wow.
That's cool, right? It kind of works with the moth one, doesn't it?
This is incredible. And like I say, it's kind of wonderfully freaky. I feel exposed, but comfortable.
Aww.
like other people are hearing what I'm about. It's incredible.
Awesome.
I'm pretty nocturnal myself. I'm not going to lie. My work loves it, and yeah, very very empathetic towards people. I try and encourage growth emotionally, especially because to help other people and to help understand myself. Fantastic. And a bird of the sea. That's lovely.
Yeah, oh, it's lovely, isn't it? And they just look so magical when they're kind of, gliding around. Yeah.
And a lot of them look like they're smiling too, as underneath.
Yeah, they look super happy, don't they?
Happy little positive energy givers.
Yay! Oh, awesome. Oh, that was so nice. Thank you so much for just being with me and yeah, being part of this project. Like, yeah, it's so amazing to have you on board. So
it's an absolute privilege, and to find out more about myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
And to do that through kind of connecting with you is just fantastic. Thank you.
Aww.
And to now own something like that, to have that where I can see it and remind myself about my subconscious and what it's telling me will help me tap into it more. It's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that makes me so happy. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jess.